Someone in your life might be suffering from mental health disorders right now, but you don't even know about it. 1 out of 5 people suffers from a mental health disorder once in their lifetime. This is not only the case in developed countries, but also in developing countries. And 50% of all those people never get treated. Society has trained us that, we are sick with back pain or with tooth pain and we go to the dentist. But when we feel that something's not wrong in our heads, there's a huge stigma around that, and we're actually ashamed of looking for help. We're not only ashamed, but also the healthcare system at this stage is not providing sufficient treatment alternatives for all those people. There's not enough psychotherapists taking on. The waiting times are usually 3 to 6 months. And besides the waiting times, people are actually still afraid of looking for someone and simply don't go. So what I mentioned earlier, 50% of these people that are diagnosed sick actually do not get treated. And this costs the economy billions of euros and or dollars every year. And why is that? Because it's the second largest reason for people to call in sick at work. Besides heart problems or cancer, it's the third largest reason for people to actually go to their employer and be not at work for more than 5 weeks. So the times that a person falls sick are really long. That was about a year ago the reason why me and my 2 co-founders, Nora and Kati, founded Selfapy, an online therapy platform for mental health disorders. And it's been, ever since, our mission to pretty much provide immediate support to people looking for help in their situations. What have we done so far? So ever since we started, we've created an online therapy course, which you can picture as an e-learning course. That's how I explain it. It's pretty much a course that consists of videos, interactive exercises, of texts, and it trains you the therapy, which is called CBT, Cognitive Behavioral Theory. And it's a traditional method that every psychotherapist will use during their treatments as well. So we're not inventing the word new or anything, we've just pretty much digitalized a therapy approach. But besides just the online therapy itself, we've realized quite quickly that it's not only the online part which helps the people to feel better. It's actually the psychological guidance which the people need in order to go through a 9-week therapy. So what did we do? We hired, and we now have about 20 psychologists that treat those people with weekly calls or chats every week to push and motivate them through these 9 weeks of therapy treatment. Because you can imagine, even myself tried a Spanish course, I think 3 times already, always stopped it after the 2nd week, that a person who is psychologically in a state where motivation is obviously not there, they would not go through a 9-week therapy without having a psychologist to talk to them. So we have the courses, we have the psychologists, and what we offer as well, obviously, in order to motivate the people further, is tracking. So there's a real-time tracking for the people to actually see their success. And success, again, is something that people which are psychologically in a weaker state is really, really important. Last but not least, we founded a community, so a forum, and also actually local events of people with mental health disorders to help each other. And that is also proven to be a good alternative to actually having a psychologist to guide these people if they really want to stay anonymous and don't want to talk to any psychologists out there. They can talk to people who feel like they do. So yeah, it's a year ago since we founded the company. We started really just focused on one mental health disorder, which was depression. Ever since April last year, we've obviously expanded on that. So we have depression now, we are dealing with anxiety, we are dealing with stress, we are dealing since actually 2 weeks ago with eating disorders. And there's a lot more topics that we can actually cover with this approach. And yeah, there's thousands of people out there that we could still help. So far, we've treated around 2,200 people with our therapy approach. And yeah, as you can imagine, the list of people waiting for treatments there is endlessly long. Most important thing, I guess, if you start a health company is actually to prove that you're doing something which works. So together with renowned psychologists, psychotherapists actually, and renowned professors from the UKE clinic in Hamburg, we've done a study on whether our product actually works. So we've challenged our own proposition, and we could achieve really great results. So our therapy is as efficient as a therapy with a traditional therapist, so psychotherapist. 35% symptom reduction we could achieve, and over 90% of the people actually continue for those 9 weeks of therapy, so they don't break off. This, and I have to mention that, to also admit one weakness that we have, this only applies for the psychologically guided course. For the unguided course, the rate of people going through a 9-week therapy would be around 50%. So as you can see, what really matters is this human component, right? Even though when we started with the 3 of us, I'm actually the economics person, and my 2 co-founders are both psychologists. So I was like, guys, you gotta make this scalable, just online, you know, like no psychologists, no human interactions, da. They convinced me really quickly that this is not working. You can look at the rates of people actually bouncing off. You can look at the symptom reduction, and you can talk to the people after they've completed the therapy, and the results are significantly better if you have a psychologist guiding them. So yeah, we are continuously expanding our team of psychologists. We're pretty much now at 20 people. We launched, again, a year ago, raised about 1.5 million euros by now, and are on a long, long journey, I think, nationally and also internationally, to really fight against the stigma of mental health disorders, and to fight for self-motivation and for people going out there to really find a better solution for all these thousands of people looking for help. Thank you very much.